Boom. Alright, so here's the car. Driver's side window regulator. Not working. I guess we'll show an example of what it is to not work. So, if you can see the window, press the button. You can hear it, but nothing happens. So clearly it's come off track. So we're gonna have to take a couple screws out, tab. There's a screw in there, right down there in that little pocket. And this and a couple tabs. This right here and a couple tabs. Alright, squad. So here's the door. First thing you're gonna do is take the door handle out, which I've already done. All you're gonna do is take that little screw out from there. And you're gonna give it a little tug and push back. See, it's got these little hooks right here. So when the door's in and you take that screw out, you're gonna slide it forward so that it comes loose. And back here, it's this little brown thing. There's a hook right there, and that dives in to that little section and locks in to the tab. All you're gonna do is pick that tab up a little bit and push it back so it releases that rod for the door handle. Yep, pull that out. You're gonna have one little plug here for your lock mechanism. Once you take that out, the door handle should come out just fine. And if you see the second hole right here, this is your window control, your mirror control, and all that. The same procedure. There's a little screw down there in the center. Once you take that out, you should be able to shimmy this loose, go up under here and unplug. Once you have all those unplugged, there's a screw here. You're gonna pop, well, it's not really a screw, it's more like a tab, a little clip. You're gonna pop that tab out. It has a little slit on the side for you to get you a small flathead in there. And once you do that, if you don't have a panel popping tool, you can use your hand behind the door and pop it all loose. You can see now the door is loose. The next thing you're gonna have to look out for is the actual lock pin, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So you get all that loose. You're gonna just shimmy this up, and yeah, boom. There you go. So door panel is off, and you have this little plastic cover. Now, normally this is still stuck up, but I guess somebody's removed this before. Sorry for that finger. But yeah, so you have this little seal or whatever. Looks like somebody's taken it off before. So it kind of made my job a little easy. And the fun part is to figure out what went wrong and how to fix it. So let me get my hands up in here, and I'll bring you back to show you what to do next. Alright, squad. A little awkward to start recording right here in this moment, but as you can see, my hand is stuck to this speaker hole because I'm holding the window up. Yeah. So anyway, if you look right here, you'll see the old window regulator. And apparently the cable mechanism is broken. So that's what the fault was. The motor would work and turn, but of course the window would not move because the cable attached to this track arm was not moving anymore. To get to that point, if you look right here, you'll see these little, I guess, oval or light bulb shaped looking slots. It's for the 10 millimeters to go down. You should have 3. One there, and one there. If you take those 3 bolts out, it'll loosen the motor itself from the window or from the door to the window regulator. Once you have those 3 bolts loose, you'll then come here, and there should be 2 10 millimeter bolts right there. You're going to take those 2 out, and you're going to have 2 more. Let's move back to the bottom right there, those 2 bolt holes. Once you take all 4 of those out, the track should be free. And you have this access hole right here where you should be able to pull the track out first and then the motor. Once that's out, you have your new assembly, and you're going to reinstall it the same way. You're going to go motor in first with the studs pointing out to come through there and there. And you should have a bolt at the top. Once you mount that in, you need to put your track back in, and what we're going to do next is lower the window onto the track. And if you look, there's these two holes right here, and you can see both mounting bolts for the window. So I'm going to get the track back inside, and I'll show you how to mount that up. Alright, so I just slid the regulator, the track and the motor through this access hole, and it's just hanging in there right now, but I went ahead and got the motor itself mounted. So it has two studs on it, so I pretty much just pushed it through, and the window is pretty much been held up by the rubber. If you don't have a good suction, and I don't advise you do it the way I did it, find you a wedge or something to get in that track and hold that window still. If not, you can use a suction cup, like a double-headed suction cup, and put one on one side, on the other to keep it up. But either way, I've got these bolts right here started. I'm gonna go ahead and lock these in with the impact gun. Now that's done. If you look kind of close, you see the track is back there, but it's not bolted in. So the next thing we're going to do is try and get this track lined up to bolt in. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and take this chance to push this through. That's the new plug for the regulator. And if you look up here, those two holes I was talking about, you can see one bolt hole and two bolt holes. So let's get those mounted in real quick. And yeah. If you look, we've got the track. We need to get those last two bolts in. So now what we're going to do is lower the window. So let's see if you can see it. Boom. And boom. Those two line up. We're going to put some screws in those real quick. Alright, so now that we've got all the bolts in, you know what I'm saying? Squat. We're going to go ahead and plug this motor back in and plug the controller back in and see if we get any action. Boom. Alright, so we just plugged that in. The car is in the on position, so the control should work. Let's see if we get any window control. And we do. Let's take it all the way down just to make sure it works fine. And back up again. We're good to go, guys. All right, let's put all this back together, and yeah. The window's done, you know what I'm saying? Window's working again, up and down just fine. Pretty simple procedure. Even if you've never really done mechanics, you can do a regulator. So, appreciate you for watching the whole video. And if you can, like, share, subscribe, and we got this bit.